Okay, so this is Sword of the Stars. Okay. Sure. Or, yeah.
System update.
Okay, so what we got here? Got a 3D space map. You got us a tech tree. I guess I can work on green lasers. Oh, if I zoom in a lot, oh, okay, then I can see. Nice. Ooh, this is a UI. Okay. I got like reverse controls, full look around. Oh, that's nice. Okay, okay. Let's, I guess, work on. Work on green lasers, because I mean, why not? Okay. Let's see. We seem to have infinite something, but it's our logo. Okay, okay. I don't seem to have any like fleets. I don't think. do I? So I seem doing the 4x thing, but like.
Design entered into Naval Archives.
Okay. Oh, I've already got like some stuff. Got it. I should have a reason to make that then.
Shipyards gearing up.
Okay, I guess that's it for my turn then. This is really like not programmer art in these menus. Okay, okay.
System update.
Okay. So you can,
Yes, sir. Fleet on heading Alpha.
okay.
System update.
So, like, the thing I keep saying, where, like, the Civilization games have a really nice, clean
System
UI where it's
update.
like, oh, here's what you can do right now. We'll let you know. And, oh no, I'm under attack, apparently. Build more. Things, I guess?
Construction project initiated.
System update.
And, like,
Drives to full.
yeah. What am I doing here? For real. I think I was losing something because we didn't have no defenses here, right? Is that what's going on?
Yes, sir. Fleet, engage at close range.
So, like, it's good to have a UI for your game, or a tutorial, or tips, something. Like, oh, okay, well, there's a tutorial right there. My apologies. This art.
System update.
Okay, so okay.
The enemy attacks.
So it's sort of a
Hey, this is
tutorial.
Paul, aka Rorschach on the forums, and what I'm going to have here is a walkthrough for the combat portion of Sword of the Stars. Let me pause the game real quick here, and we'll get oriented. As you can see down here, the battles in Sword of the Stars are time limited, but they're occurring real time in full 3D. So in single player, you can pause it at any time. You just press the pause key. So give us a little time to set things up before the battle starts. So let's look at the UI first. First thing is that over here on the left-hand side, you've got your fleet commands. So you've got the commands for the fleet. If you set these particular settings, then all ships within your fleet are going to be in this
Let me just shove some YouTube
particular,
videos in here. That counts as a tutorial.
combat stance. So there's a retreat, but since we just jumped in, I've still got 2 minutes before my FTL engines, my warp engines are available for me to retreat. Right now I'm in the normal mode.
There's
which
no
is
like
manning
skipping around or
retreat.
anything.
There's additionally a standoff
yeah.
mode where ships will engage at their longest range and try and avoid close-in knife fights. The close to
Like-
attack, that is the close-in knife fights. Usually you're going to have passing kind of jousting combat with that. And then you've got the
When you
pursuit,
make a
which
game,
will actually try and orient the ships
assume
head-on
there are
towards the
people who
target that
don't
you choose.
know how your game
Those will
works.
actually leave the plane. Combat in Sword of the
You could
Stars
maybe
starts out on a 2D plane.
use
so
some
it's kind of
tips.
2.5D. If we bring up the sensor screen here, you can kind of get a better idea. So you give commands on the 2D plane, but ships can completely move in three dimensions if they need to. The other thing to take a look at here on the sensor screen is you see I've got all of my ships are listed. You can tell which ones have shields, which one is selected.
This is the
and then
least
the
efficient
cross
way
right there kinda gives you
to
an
convey this
idea.
information.
You can get that out of the way with the I key as well. So let's get back to the battle screen. Over here we've got the list of reserves. So since I have a command and control ship, this cruiser right here has a command and control mission section. Then I can control not only the layout of my
Like,
fleet,
you
how they
know,
appear at the beginning of the battle.
You hop into the
but also
battle
the
screen,
order of the
it pauses
reserves
it
as they come in.
automatically. It
You can
goes,
set this up
hey,
ahead of
here's the
time,
enemy,
but
here's
during the
you.
game, I can reshuffle this as I need to just by dragging and dropping, basically. So that's the left-hand side. This is where you're taking your combat at, and then the idea of how much population is actually on that planet. If these bars, if I start orbital bombardment, since this is an enemy planet, if I start orbital bombardment and these bars go down to 0, then I've wiped out the planet. Over here on the right-hand side is your ship control. So as you see, it's just like any other RTS. Left-click to select, right-click to select to set a move. So once you've got the ship selected, it's listed down here. You can have multiple ships selected and give orders to multiple ships, or a single ship. If you drag box and select multiple ships, but you just want one type of ship, so for example, I'm zoomed way out and I just box everything and I just want the commander, then you can double click on that and that'll pick out the commander itself. The stances are the same as...
I feel like I'm
for the
subcontracting my streaming duties here.
Ship or ships that you have selected. Then up here we'll pick a battleship to take a look at the weapons. This actually shows the weapons, how they're active, the weapon banks. Red outlines show that they are out of range, do not have a target within range. Green shows
Like,
that they
at
are
the
in
very
range.
least,
And then you'll see also as they fire and they have cooldowns.
if you're gonna
times,
do
recharge
this,
times, you'll see the box
script
fill
it,
up. One thing that
maybe
you
do
might
more than one
notice
take.
As I hovered over those particular weapon banks, is that you see that the range and field of fire for each of those weapon banks pop up when I hover over that particular bank. So you have a good idea of the capability. As you see, missiles have a much larger range than, say, plasma cannons. So, good information with that. The number in the upper corner shows you which weapon grouping they're a part of, and this is the weapon groups right here. So this is weapon group 1, 2, and 3. You can set these up during the design phase when you design these ships as well. So you can set different targets for different ships, or you can toggle them to hold fire or fire only on my target. Select all weapon groups is down there at the bottom. Additionally, one of the things that I missed is this over here. This is hold fire for your entire fleet. So if that's red, you're not going to fire on anybody. You're not going to return fire. That's actually the default stance when you first meet a new empire, because you don't know if you're going to be friends or enemies with them. But once you want to loose the cannons, you got to make sure that that one's green over there. So let's get things started. We'll get things moving here. Unpause it. Now I want to move my command ship away from the battle. So we'll select him and then just right click to select where you want them to move. You'll notice that my ships are actually firing right now because they're open fire. They will take shots at any hostile ships that come within range. So even though you can select targets, so you can left click to select the planet as a target, for example. Ships will still fire at whatever is within range when it comes closer. Now I see these missiles launching, which means we've got enemies coming.
I'm just a little speechless.
Again, real quick. And here's the enemies. To focus on a different ship, you can just either middle mouse button to click, or the F key also for a hotkey, so you can cycle through your enemies and cycle through your friendly targets. So here's the Lear destroyers that are coming in. So if I want my ships to attack those Lear, I can select my ships and then I can target the Lear. Now, one of the things about Sword of the Stars is that every turret is individually modeled, and all of the shots are individually simmed. So I can actually target a particular polygon on this ship. If I want to target the engines, I can target the engines. If I want to target the command section, if I want to target this particular turret, I can do that as well. And then once you click on that, that's the new target. That's what he's going to fire at once it comes within range. But again, as you notice with the ships, they only have particular fields of fire. So for example, this fusion cannon can only fire...
This feels like
this fusion cannon
a game that's probably pretty neat, designed for the developers, with no assumption anyone's ever going to touch it.
Side, he's still going to try firing at him. So it's really pretty efficient on how that happens. So let's get going again. Get into a little bit of fighting here. See that fusion torpedoes coming in, but it's going to get hit by the shield there. We're going to start exchanging fire. See, they're kind of engaging on their own, but they are targeting that particular
Maybe turn down the game volume when you're talking over it.
and the other ships as they pass by. So one of the things you can take a look at here is you can see that all the weapons, all the targets, all of the little bullets in the game are all sim. It's not a two-hit roll. The turrets line up, they fire. If a ship jinks,
So
if a
that
ship
compression.
moves, then it's gonna miss. So it's actually pretty cool to see. And targeting, accuracy, all is very important with your weapons. So we've got a lot of bad guys up against us. Fortunately, hopefully these shields will protect me from the majority of these spinal mount destroyers here. These guys, they've got torpedo launchers on this destroyer. It takes up the entire mission section, but they can be pretty nasty, especially against cruisers like mine.
What?
You see here some
Resolution did you
planetary
record
missiles
this
are coming
in?
some planetary defenses that are attacking my ships. Looks like they're getting behind me, so swing my ships around with those shields in place. See, we're taking a beating. So that's another thing you notice right here is that ships can lose mission sections, and they can lose turrets as well. Turrets can be targeted, sections can be targeted. Cruisers and destroyers can survive the destruction of one of their sections. If two sections get destroyed, then the whole ship is destroyed.
Look at how
So,
artifact
for
this
example,
video is. Holy
if
crap.
they're smart, they can try and get behind me and try and take out my mission section, which is where these deflector shields are coming from, that actually is protecting me from all of those torpedo attacks. So,
Again, this isn't a
really
tutorial.
good
This is just
using
like,
the-
look how cool my game is.
The technology, set your tactics depending on what your preferences are. Start the battle back up again. And that guy's ready to go. There he goes. So now you see that I've lost a ship. Looks like I'm going to be losing a second one over here in just a second. But you see that I've got my reserves have started warping in. So these guys are coming in to bring in the reserves from the ships that I've lost. Look back over here at the battle. Yep. Bits and pieces floating away. So I probably want to wait a little while, let these guys maybe even have them run a bit. Wait until I get a bigger force together. Yeah, they're going down pretty quick now.
I don't know. Hey, you're probably going to get attacked soon in this tutorial scenario. Make sure to build yourself at least, like 5 ships as a defense force, and try to put them on your border. Here.
If you take a look at these guys are down at the bottom of the reserve list. These are actually my support ships.
Maybe you should
So
target
I've
like
got
weapons or
a
engines on these enemy
airship
ships.
here, a
Click on them
repair
here. Like this is what you'd
These
want for a
guys are
tutorial.
not battleships. I want to get them out of the battle. So I'm gonna
Also,
select them
like,
and leave.
how long does this even go on for? Oh, I guess until I hit escape. So, this might be neat if you know what you're doing, but like, I don't, and this game has no interest in really telling me. Also, it is late, so yeah, that's a look at Sword of the Stars. It's a little rough. Wait, there's cinematics though. Or just the one, I guess, because I just clicked and then suddenly here we are. Or several.
In the 22nd
Okay.
century, humanity escaped from Einstein's cage. The giant ring-shaped engines of the node drive gave us the power to leap to the nearest star at many times the speed of light. After centuries of dreaming, we were finally free to leave the cradle of our home. It took us years to build the Earth's first colony ship. The Nova Maria was a symbol for all mankind. Soon it was loaded with humanity's best and brightest. They prepared to depart, ready to inherit a galaxy which we had long ago decided was devoid of intelligent life.
Also,
The
like,
universe was all out there for our taking.
there's a thing with the whole like colonizing
Someone
other
should have
planets
told that
thing.
to the Hyros.
Oh, I thought we were done talking. Sorry, but like,
There
You
came
know-
silence, no statement of intention.
when you're on Earth
War,
and you're like
without even a demand for our surrender.
colonizing other continents,
They hit us without warning.
there's stuff
Within
there.
seconds,
You
our
can get
dreams
like
of peaceful expansion were so many
coffee or spices, and there's air to breathe and water to drink, and like
First hybrid incursion.
probably something you can
Years later,
eat.
we would find that we had
Maybe
faced
people
only a
to,
small
like,
nesting fleet, and
have
we had
horrible
yet to
relationships
see
with.
the full power of the swarm.
But like space is a bunch of
But
rocks.
the Hive was not the only threat. When
You
we
don't really
ventured
wanna
forth, we soon encountered the
Put a bunch of people on a
relentless
spaceship and
legions
just
of
go,
the
oh,
Tonka.
land over there and build stuff. Like,
And eventually, the phantom fleets of the enigmatic Lear. And so we learned how to build bigger, stronger ships, more powerful weapons. Humanity had to explore, expand, and even conquer, just to hold our own in a universe where weakness was extinction. In order to survive, we learned to wield the Sword of the Stars.
you know, I'm gonna call something the Sword of the Stars. It's gonna be like a melee weapon on my spaceship, just like big old lance or something. Which would still be inaccurate, but you know. Make the ship spin.
We are the chosen ones, born of the divine. We are shaped in the image of the great masters, born to serve them in the infinite depths. We are warriors, wise men, fathers, masters. And this is the time of our ordeal, the great silence.
So this is just like we made some intros.
Join the immortal
Here they
gods
are in a
and
pile.
hear their voices once again. It took years to rise to the world of our Spartan.
Just play them all.
It took decades to reap the wisdom of our first quarry. But our wiles are unlimited, and our thirst for knowledge strong. We have laid quietly in the shadows for more than a century, skulking on the darkened hulls of dead ships, raiding the periphery for slaves and secrets. We tear apart flesh and steel, mind and memory chip, seeking the spark of truth, seeking the gods of our birth. And always, we hunger for more. The time has come. We can wait no longer for the great masters to return. Our numbers increase daily. Our children hunger. Our females lust for war. This galaxy is unworthy of its gods, overrun by ignorant
Females, you
barren
say?
slaves, mindless insects, harmless lizards, shattering apes, blaspheming rebels. It is time to teach them all their place in a great scheme. They will learn to serve their betters or die. As it was commanded, so it shall be done. We will sweep all enemies from our path. In the darkness of this galaxy, we will forge an empire of light. We will be worthy. We will find our gods wherever they are hiding. We will end their silence and become their claws once again. Born of fire, born of steel, born of science.
Yeah, that one was kind of all over the map.
Of blood.
I guess it's an expansion. So, yes, it did say collection on the launcher. But yeah, we just got many options to play every custom we have handy, I guess. And we have several handy.
Not disguised.
I'm good. I'm good. So once again, like people who make 4X games and aren't Firaxis, like I don't know why it's so hard for you to have like basic UI explaining stuff, but it's apparently a challenge.